What happens when you waste your prime years on a man or a woman who, well, that mostly happens to women because when a man is ready to be married, he's not playing around. So let's just keep it where it is. What happens when a woman kind of like wastes her prime years on a man who's not good for her or a man who is not marriage minded, right? Number one, when you do get ready, it's oftentimes too late. Too late, what do I mean by that? Too late in a way that men are looking for women younger than you at that point. It is what it is. They look for women in their prime. Number two, you're going to be interviewing the man, right? As opposed to getting to know him as a natural process. You're going to be rushing the process. You're going to be asking him 50 questions in one. No one enjoys that. It's giving interview. It's giving, you're rushing this. What's the rush? So to you, there's a rush because you know that you have a window as a woman. But to the man, he takes that in as, oh, she's desperate. Oh, she wants me more than I want her. Or, oh, is she trying to give me something? Like, it just looks bad to the man, right? That's number two. Number three, because you're trying to have kids as quick as possible, before your window closes, that's another point that drives you to kind of like want to rush the process. But that doesn't work with men. If a man doesn't want to have children in a year or two, he won't. There's nothing you can do to make that man give you kids. And even if you were able to, it won't work in your favor because you do want that man to be there for said children, right? Or do you want to continue to create broken households? So you do want him to be involved, right? So if you rush him or if you make him do it in terms of like giving him an ultimatum just because you're running out of time, your window is about to close, there are sets of issues just waiting for you. The next point, you're more likely to repeat mistakes from your past relationship when you're trying to rush. What do I mean by that? So the kind of like when you waste your prime years, right? Let's just say from 19 to like 27, right? So that's a good chunk of time that you've been away. You've been a type of person, right? So let's be real here. Are you really gonna be able to change like that when you're ready to get married at 28? No, because you were a certain kind of person for a good chunk of years. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's who you've become at that point. That's who you are at that point. So not only is it gonna be hard for you to change into someone who men want to marry, like good men, okay? But it's a matter of it's gonna be hard for you now to actually be that woman because that's not who you've been for the past almost 10 years, right? So there's a whole lot of issues there. The next point, you're more likely to choose the wrong partner. Why? Because you're trying to rush. You're trying to get the men with the most this, the most that. Meanwhile, that doesn't mean that that's gonna be the right partner for you. They might be 6 feet tall, they might make 400K a year, but how's the character like? Does he have 5 baby mamas in 1 year? Like, it might not be the right partner for you if you're interested in finding the actual right partner. So all in all, sure, like, I don't know you. I obviously have fun if you want, but don't waste all of your prime years, right? I want to say from 19 all the way to 27, those are your prime years. And if you waste it on a bum or multiple bums, okay, you are looking at all of the trouble that I just described for you. You are looking at interviewing the guy. You are looking at trying to have kids quickly. You are looking at repeating mistakes. You are looking at choosing the wrong partner. You are looking at a lot of problems just because you want to give your best years to a bum or multiple bums. So that's that point that I wanted to make, right? Another point is, think about it as you are selling And I don't want you to look too much into the example that I'm about to give, right? Just hear me out. Let's just say you are a car dealership and you're selling McLarens or you are selling Bentleys, right? Would you let someone just come in, take a Bentley out and drive it for 7 years and then bring it back? No, just naturally it depreciates in value. So I want you to think of this analogy. I'm not calling you a car and I'm not telling you that your value depreciates as a car does, but I'm just saying letting a man or multiple men use you for 7, 10 years is not very smart. So lock in, ladies, be smart, date smart.